Christmas. Good luck winning the magic, baby. It does last left to Because that's not part of Christmas, you know. As Mr. Cruel from the Islanders. Not true. If you don't believe me, turn on his tongue. It will never have last week. And push the elf. It's not real. But the elf was real. The touch baby back, which was I don't Then the white baby lost. Smelted cold. Fairies don't exist. It's the baby. It's not that. And the following morning, when Baby came downstairs with 50 pence, who was leaving? Telling, she screamed. Tell him it was you who put that money under his pillow. We didn't, said Mom. We'd never give Baby money, but we could spend it on ourselves. Just say that to stop. Don't listen to anything they say, baby. Watch out for skin. The tooth fairy's dead. And that precise in an insubstantial reality beyond the hands of reason. The tooth fairy was already from some very toothpaste, but with the metal loss of her tooth to some bacterials and of the wounds and capturing her. Was built out of children's teeth, but years of attempts of the mammalian bacteria had left the teeth rotting. It needed solid teeth to rebuild the walls, and suddenly the ones in the I have an idea, said the dark woman, who was head of intelligence at the Tooth Fairy HQ. Wherever in the world the tooth fell out, he thought it lost. Do you remember that small boy you visited last night? Yes, his sister. Really gets like ripped. Puffed between the two fairies cheek and either. With sweat and chocolate powder. Fish next and everything. So the cloud it's why are you suggesting? You're suggesting. I believe that's the word lines mean anything to anyone. Today, since he'd been told that the Tooth Fairy didn't exist, which was why he'd been put outside with the parrot. Upstairs, girls moving. What's going on? It's not true. I know. Get off the Dixie dentist. Take it out. If you don't like it, you need to be well, the Tooth Fairy can't go. And you're an audio living in me. It's with a listen to the that's the next morning, was toothless. He got even without the head to the bed. It was the last thing I do. So the Tooth Fairy just says, when he'd been jumping up like a dog, which you did. Bitch comes. Mind the gun, got this. It Gotcha. Let me go. Can I get on back? Awesome shit. The ruined turtles was vacated. But you don't understand. Use your team to be my possible norms. If I get the possible with destroyed by bacteria. Oh dear. Then it looks like you can't win all the way, doesn't it? So the tooth fairy. Go on, back to our goals. No, he's here. You'll do as all the sun every time Daddy gets it. All the pigs. Ride the tongue toad, arriving back with a set full of girls' teeth. Probably something here. Because just then, a fearful colossal toxins, the reptile nuts, through the enamel walls and surrounded the tooth fairy in the crown chamber. What do you want? She asked. Good teeth, Roti did brutishly, with suspicions. He was one male of good teeth and will go away. But the blue goblin didn't have any, the toad didn't have any, and the tooth fairy lost hers years before the over. Which just left. Go. Let's try the difference between playing and bacteria. That girl was just a smelly brown snatch, which meant that the pinch guns then to bury her in a cheap fizzy blood bottle instead of an expensive horse and coffee, which has more babies. So they were christened. We think we've cracked it this time. Our nailed spinning sex people the floor. Ready? What did you want the extra money for, anyway? For football club? Well, you really need it there, don't you? Just make it sound, you know. There's the fruit. Pastry. The spiders can't take the heat. I call this tale Pie Man. Get off! When he was born, he was second. When he was born, he was second. When he was cut, fed and loved, he was second. So he was telling it is not, ignoring what he knows is true. The blind has a label. For stiff, leggy pastry, chocolate water, meaty, sneaky, nail, cures something without end. Said Peter's mother, if no one don't stop this looking so, the pie man will shortly chop his thumbs off, said the nurse. Why? I don't keep on feeling, fella. They're all said Peter Baker, darling. He owns his little bonus to the pastry nose of the pie. Let out the steam to keep the pastry crispy. Sauce balls, of course. But he was but he has got thousands of under his pastry. What does he do with the rest of the job then? He rolls it away. Finds all he needs. 9 months Yes. If the sign in the Don should stop fighting his now. The Don was only 1 week old and did not just what's the matter? Why is it Manchester to operate the top obviously, because no matter how his parents tried to separate him from his parents, he couldn't change. Which was why Don's parents refused to cause their son, which formed the climate of the conclusion that was the Don became the heart of his place. He stepped in everywhere. That's in the in restaurants, in the sleds, and clubs. It's way he lost 323 head, but getting rid of the dummy is easy as that dummy. It's actually plus spinning They buried the dummy in the garden, and the Don dug it up again. They moved the dummy on top of the moving bus, but Don they even fit it to a live snake. But such was his need that Don turned the snake inside out.
It's disgusting.
His parents took him to this for a special treat to see the monster, said his mother. And he sighed again. Yes, it was Jones. While he was breathing out, she twisted the dummy out of his mouth and pushed it with a triumphant cheer. The dog plunged in and was swimming about in the inky depths when who should loom out of the darkness but the Loch Ness monster. The dummy's gone, said Lonely. There's a monster floating around. And Don's parents danced for joy. Their son was killed. Oh, was he? Not the farm. Monsters? No, my man will take it out for you. Not sucking at you. This really is dead delicious. In order to retrieve the dummy, Don's parents showed Nessie's baby how to suck its toes. But Don was no longer interested. Yuck! No thanks. Fools for me from now on. And that was the end of that. Or should I say, him? That night, Don retired to bed early to suck his nose when he heard a bicycle skid to a halt on the pavement outside. There was a ping of the bell, then a click of the front gate, then footsteps. The door opened. His parents opened the front door. "Miles," said the voice of the stranger. Then the front door slammed, and Don watched the stranger step back into the front door. Don, I'm sucking your thumb. I'm sucking my thumb. I'm sucking. Not if you want to keep them. No. We meet. Are you the blind man? Yes. And I hear that you are monumental. But Tom's stopped studying since the day he was cut them out. He said, "I can suck for an hour. So you wish to play a game?" Said the boy man. You lose. There's more than one way to make the world hit. What do you do? There, I am begging.
You saved the best for last. Pretty. You want me to leave while you get in it? I'll warn you, I'm not in the most patient of moods.
Get in it. I'd only hold it back. This fighting unit is completely autonomous. All I need to do is unleash it.
Then you'll have a great view as I reduce it to a shiny pile of scrap metal.
Kill!
Steaming, sucking up my head. Steaming, sucking It's there to avoid me to tell you
Not too late, KNACK. Join me. We will annihilate the humans together. Now! The goblins will rise again. You cannot stand our way.
As long as I hold this controller, I am humanity's guardian.
So slow, KNACK. Retreat! You think you can stop me? This robot is far stronger than you can even imagine.
This thing is tails. Now, talking about tails is when children use tails to get what they want. Spin-checked for the whisperation, and I said no. You do know that tails make eyeballs go rusty, don't you?
Victory will
And the
be
best thing
mine.
to remove from us is safety.
Fear my power.
And we could begin.
KNACK, what will he do?
Look your average husband. I'll be howling and cried with pride at everything his precious family did. I loved him so much. Sissy howling with tears of terror, morning, noon and night. And Gwendolyn, their wet-eyed daughter, used tears as a weapon to get what she wanted. I've got too much work to do.
Well, we're in business. Yes, we are. KNACK, it's time to complete our mission. Let's go destroy their army. Well, what's left of their army? After you pay your visit to Kandahar, see you in the barren wastes and hunt down that cave painting. Come on, Lucas. We've got an expedition to prepare for.
Gwendolyn had mastered every tier known to man. She could do temper tantrum. I will get in the back of the car. And make Mommy say yes. She could do more pathetic me.
There's nowhere to land. I'm going to try and stall the engine just as we reach the edge of that cliff.
She could do pain. Milkshakes and like pastry and ice cream, definitely for the hot dog. She got the hot dog with extra chili sauce.
Thank you, Charlotte.
By the time she gobbled it all up, her finger had miraculously cured itself.
Knack,
It's before Christmas. Gwendolyn and her
I think I can
parents
fix the
were
motor.
to
But taking off again is going to be quite the problem. Go and see what you can find in the way of relics. I'm going to need you to get as large as possible.
Thin hunks and chunks strip their stuff live on the fun party. If I don't see them, I shall be ostracized at
Careful,
school.
Knack. This is obviously Gundar's territory.
Drift towards a life of desolation, with neck tattoos and a pit bull terrier who steals old ladies' sausages. Oh, turn it over. I'm such a fiend. Forget the fiend. It's only a nuclear work war. There'll be another. But by the time they'd finished their group, hunks and chunks had finished their song. She was wiping the crocodile tears from her face when she noticed something inside the teardrop on her fingertip.
When sorcery reigned, when crocodile tears were as precious as diamonds, because only crocodiles cried them. Then children like you smelled these tears. You continue to smell them, Sagasagi's mother. Sagasagi says no. Tears. Yes.
It will be tears. I'm not 3 years old, you know, so I don't believe. But a little bit of Gwendolyn must have done, because when her parents took her to see Peter Pan that same afternoon, a pantomime that famously features a crocodile, she cut out the tears altogether. When her parents wanted to catch a bus to the theatre, and Gwendolyn wanted to ride in a
Best of luck finding those relics.
she did not cry. And she wanted the most expensive seat in the house. She did not cry. When she wanted 3 boxes of chocolates and her mother said no, she still did not cry. My parents are really cruel and make me sleep outside. In fact, by the time she sat down in her seat, she had everything her little heart desired, and she hadn't cried once to get it. Until the end, when the person in front of her, the last raspberry ripple ice cream. That was mine, you greedy pig, didn't you give me a It was just a stupid act. And because Gwendolyn was an actor too, she was no longer afraid. If Dorothy screaming didn't get her an ice cream, tears certainly would.
I think something might be wrong with my wrist.
Tears. Squealed her mother. There's something in there. Maybe, wailed her father. Your eyes have turned red. As he watched, the largest tear that Gwendolyn had ever shed stabbed cry and looked into her hands. She knew that she was going to find Saggy Trump himself. Wait a minute, you're not big and monstrous at all. You're just a teacher. And in the twinkle of a reptile's eye, the magic crocodile. Until it was 3 times dwindling size. And then, when it snapped its powerful jaws, it was around.
Okay, can't strike the red rocks.
When it took a while and vanished in a puddle of tears, it was part of the show. And nobody seemed to notice that Gwendolyn hadn't come back. It seemed to have heads. It went for 10 years without falling. So you see, it did end in tears. For everyone that is except Swindle James. Still small legs going up. No more crocodile tears. Literally, and you know my practice one night.
What kind of scorpion has a tail has a tail of a What kind of spider has a tail of a cactus? This next tale is called Little Fingers.
You all spoke to Grizzly Tales for some killings. The tales of evolutionary tales. Many fingers am I holding up for chicks? 5, I've only got 3. He thinks he needs guns, but they keep having accidents with their fingers. How many times do I have to tell you? It's not your eyes, it's you poking your fingers in where they didn't ought to be. You should watch this, Little James. It's called Little Fingers. When Daddy Thomas was born, his little fingers had the devil in them. They played symphonies on TV remote. They picked his nose. They played catch with his mum's best china. They even read the front door when he was on his back. Daddy's fingers were the fiddliest fingers in Wales. Fingers in the cake mix, fingers in the ink, fingers in the butterfish, fingers in the silk, fingers in the video, frisbee, fingers in the Wi-Fi, fingers in the cat. And he's dirty nothing. Oh, sorry, man. I wasn't looking what I was doing. I thought it was a woolly glove. And so it was that his mother and father took one way to escape from David's little fingers. With Ruffy, your lovely Granny Gwyneth, and she's 93. Last time she called me, she said the kitchen off me. Granny Gwyneth's idea of a busy day was to sit in her armchair and snooze. David couldn't leave the house in case she fell out of her chair or needed her 16th mug of tea. He was trapped for 2 whole weeks, babysitting the babysitter. He couldn't even have a conversation with her because she was as deaf as a post. Shall we go to the cinema today, Granny Gwyneth? No hairs on my chin yet, Daffy dear. No, the cinema to see a film. Oh,
Yes, lovely. But I prefer cockles or jelly meals. I've always been partial to a little fat in the one's meal.
Some drink was damaged. Upon the third day of his imprisonment, every object in the house had been fiddled with and broken, except the telephone. While Granny Gwyneth gassed on about pet food or the price of milk, Daffy dialed numbers at random to see who he got.
Now then, knitting. There's a fine profession for the young man, Daffy. Knitting cardigans and booties.
Daffy prayed for someone interesting. Hello, said a sing-song Italian voice. Hello, said Daffy. Who's that? It's a pizza mafiosa here. Oh, you wonder. What have you got? Said Daffy. We do all the pizza and pizza mafiosa, my friend. There's the meat, the massacre, the pepperoni puncher, the shotgun, the special. And it comes with the extra phenomenal kneecaps on the top if you like. With a very nice rabbit punch. The concrete overcoat that's quite heavy on the stomach and that one. And a kidnap keeper. They all come in a nice wooden box with a side order, horse's head and a garlic bell. Would you recommend the kidnap keeper? Only if you is a child. He's on our children's menu. Yes, I am. Good. You on your own? Well, apart from Granny. That's perfect. We can deal with her. And your parents, they're rich. I don't know. They've just gone on holiday, so I guess they must be. Okay. One kidnap keeper on it for me. Don't know. Where do you live? Daffy took my head where he lived. Put down the phone and licked his lips. He loved pigs. When the doorbell rang, Granny Gwyneth was remembering World War II.
There's the cute singles in the shelters where bombs burst overhead, eating toasted eggs and polyps.
Buonasera, signor. Your pizza. Yes, a kidnap keeper. I can hardly fancy. Where is it? In the van. Now. Oh, the pizza's in the van, is it? Too big to carry on your own. Shut your mouth and come with me. Right. Is that your work? Very impressive. Most people deliver pizzas on motorbikes. Business good, is it? But Granny Gwyneth, I've left her talking about the war. Get in. All right, but you haven't told me how much this kidnap case is going to cost yet. Everything that your mother and brother have done. It's a little cold then. It's death of thin air, isn't it? What's this? Leave it alone. What's this? It's the victim of this. The next day, met some monster the letterbox. Granny Gwyneth didn't hear it. Mind you, Daffy, the nights were terrible cold in the war. We used to burn rats to keep us cool. So the ransom note lay unopened, which was a shame because it read, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Thomas, we have got the youth. Enclosed is one finger to prove. Bring £10,000 to Piccadilly Circus tonight, or we'll send you another one. Let me simple. The next day, another envelope arrived and was missed by Granny Gwyneth. Did I ever tell you about the day Daddy died? That was a sad, sad day, Daffy. Another day, another finger. So it continued for 8 more days. Until Mr. and Mrs. Thomas returned home from holiday. me. You can imagine how surprised they were to find their son's fingers on the doormat. You can imagine how surprised Granny Gwyneth was too. Mr. Thomas paid the ransom immediately, and Daffy was returned the following morning. Lovely to see you again, Daffy, said his mother. How are you feeling? Asked his father. Well, said Daffy, not with my fingers, that's for sure. Everyone laughed, because that was just about the best news his parents had ever had. Chaps, you've been running that friends. What is it? Here, storyteller, I hate you for scaring me all the time. I am leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't go. I'll be nice from now on, Spindle Shanks. Do you want to have?
Damn soapstone. The Revenge of the Boogeyman. Keep in mind, folks, that one, if you can even hear it, isn't about the Boogeyman, the monster under your child's bed. It's a monster from within your child's nose. It's a cautionary tale against picking your nose in public. Scale of 1 to 10. You don't need to see happiness.
This tale is 15 and climbing. It's about beak burrowing. That's E-L-F. This tale, Revenge of the Boogeyman.
Ah, that's better. We can talk again. Those anti-aircraft guns are the ones that shut us down.
Known as Digger D to the hardware friend.
Otherwise, we're never getting out of here.
Anyway. Her parents were naturally appalled. Little girls are supposed to be pretty and sweet, not have Olympic balls in their bedrooms to measure how high they can flick fogies. It's not your fault. It's not. What's a go? If her parents complained about Dee flicking great ones around the house, she said, would you prefer me to eat them? No, it's just that they stick, dear. The other day I found one in the middle of a cake. Yum, yum. And another one on your father's head. You should have used it to stick on me, not. That's enough, Dee. If you carry on digging at the rate you're digging now, eventually you'll dig out the Boogeyman. Dee gasped. Her mother shrieked. The finger fell from the nose. What does he do? That you do not want to know. Her father was right. What the Boogeyman did was best left. Dee woke with a start. The room was but there was a small grey voice in her head. It is in that nose, Dee. The last thing Dee wanted was to destroy her. But the temptation was too great. Dee grabbed a big gun and flicked it at the wall. Only instead of sliding down the wall like a slide, it's Dee and Slithered and turned inside out like a green Yorkshire pudding. With Dee, indeed, and you are in a whole heap of trouble. For 20 years, you know, with your fingers, trying to dig me out of hell's bum. I've had enough. How would you like it if you had to sleep in a steel cage for fear of being plucked from your bed? Or if every time you took a bath, a huge finger poked up the plug hole and tried to grab you? I have to carry a pickaxe all the time, you know, in case I'm snatched and need something to grip onto the nostrils with. I don't think I'd like it at all. Just because bogies are short on brains doesn't mean we don't have feelings, you know. Now, are you going to stop picking on me? Or are you going to have to make a question to Digger Dee by surprise? But I love picking my nose, she said, without thinking. So the bogey man ate me. She squirted through a gummy green throat and popped out into a cave of smooth white bone. She heard scratching in the walls as she slipped down a hole into a steep pink tunnel that ended in a huge boulder. Only this boulder was warm and squeaking and puffy. Digger Dee didn't know, found herself perched on the finger of a thorn and flicked her at the wall. He thought she was a bogey, and his child wife must have thought so too, because she trod on Dee and carried her across the room on the bottom of her shoe. I'm not a bogey, sobbed Dee as the giantess stamped on the fire bellows and kicked her off into a bowl of water. Only it was more like a lake. But the owner had a drippy nose and a paw the size of a porpoise. Dee skidded through the valley of toast, over the mountain of butter, and banged her head on the marmalade jar.
For those unfamiliar, that's oranges turned into a jelly. I've done some digging on British cuisine, as well as another British cuisine featured in the show, buttered soldiers. Apparently it's just pieces of toast that have been cut up and they're paired with a soft-boiled egg for dipping.
Don't remember putting this bogey under the table. Nice fat one and all. I have not slept. Screamed Dee, but the boy couldn't hear her. Don't mind if I do, she said, and without a thought for hygiene or manners, Dee, for that matter, he helped the girl bogey into his mouth. Dee, as the chopping chamber rocked her back towards the gaping throat. If she didn't do something quickly, she was going stomach side. And she bit the red tongue as hard as horns. Now did you get it? Asked the bogeyman. I do, she said. Now
Hey, Doc.
tis fair.
Take a look at this guardian.
Yes, it's fascinating. The goblins have managed to create a thaumatic interface to the Guardian's neural matrix. He's under their control.
Yeah, that too. But did you happen to notice the giant box of relics he's carrying? You said get big, right? I get my hands on those relics. I'll show you.
When he reached her bedroom, she said, as the bogeyman moved back up to the road. His voice echoed like a cry in a canyon as he climbed up the inside of the room and made his way home. Bounce, relax. Sorry, I said, I think it's the pickhands. Dig her need to. Never picked her nose again. She picks her ears now, but only half an inch to go before she digs up her wax woman. Then she'll be sorry. To stop Spindleshanks picking his nose, I've offered to pick it for him. Try this one. How does it feel? That little brain, Spindleshank.
Your telly. Rails down from loosely tales. My personal favorite, because it's a lesson I always follow.
Rena, when you proposed that we have the doctor
Cheating is
I was
wrong.
more than a little skeptical. But now you say they found
The
it.
episode, it's only a game, sport.
They might find it in a matter of days.
Shouldn't we go after them?
They're doing so well. Let's have them do the hard work. When they're close to it, then we can swoop in and take it. In the meantime, you'll have a chance to finish a little project here.
You all come to Grizzly Tales for some This tale's about snakes. Spindleshanks are so scared of getting bitten that they'll let you snake. Perfectly safe. I've got you on a safety line. It's only a ghost. His house was built on fire. Keep the snakes out. And he was a real bad hunter. When he lost, which was always, he cried like a howling monkey. But he had no friends because everyone was scared of his temper. When he missed a tackle in rugby, flapped everyone was a line marker. When he lost a hookers, played his sledgehammer. And when he lost a point at tennis, he played with a hedge trimmer. Nice, Ruth, said the games teacher. Winning is not everything. We can't all be good at sports. Some of us are better at other things, like stamp. Stamp painting. Painting with pastel. Accept who you are, Bruce. Be the best of what you can do. From Stanley Leeds, from the Coach St. School. I'm the umpire, Bruce, it's my job. Stanley Leeds, I'm embarrassing me. It's over. Games, food. Stanley Leeds. This meant we know Mark's chair. Correct. Sadly, Bruce Bruce's parents were just as bad as Bruce. Shane and Shane were taught their son that if he couldn't win by fair means, it was his duty to cheat. At sports kid, Bruce ran the three-legged race with a broom. But that's cheating. It's not cheating. It's so I could run faster and win. Another person tied to my leg would just throw me in. Strip the big bags up! Bruce finished last, with his and a thousand excuses. All the little bears, so I didn't hear the gun, and I need to pee, and I split up the handle, and the grass was too green. It's not fair, they ganged up on me and let me pass. That's not racing, you big baby. That's cheating. They knew I was the best, so they didn't let me win. I'd stand there blubbing like a shaver. If I just dropped the big hill and dropped the hammer, throw his hammer on the winner's wall. Yeah, smash his bones up. That'll teach the daddy cheat not to beat you again. This brutal step in the last, when the headmaster expelled Bruce. No room for man over this one. No other schools would take him either, which meant that 2 weeks later, he spent his time at home. His little stinky. Kitty, she didn't care about winning. She liked that. So Bruce cheated Kitty some games that he knew she couldn't win, on account of him being twice her size. There's no point to drag that of papers in it. Why not? Because I'm not strong enough. And I am the winner. The great and glorious winner. And you are the sad loser. I'm the best and you're the worst. I'm handsome and you're ugly. You're pathetic. That's you. Bruce shouted after us, but it didn't sound convincing. Bruce liked to make up games so that only he knew the rules. Then if she started to win, he could change them. Kitty lost to emu croquet by 1 fall and a submission. When it was Bruce's go to play snooker, the kangaroos were tied down. But when it was Kitty's go, Bruce released the pockets, leaving Kitty nothing to aim at. And when they played Trivial Barbecue, Bruce asked Kitty impossible questions, like, who invented fire? Prehistoric man? Yeah, but what was his name? Well, he gave himself the easy question. Bruce, do you put me on a barbecue? Yes, mate. 2 points, I win. Then one day, while they were playing dominoes, Kitty snapped. If I don't win, your hamster gets buried alive. Fine, she said. You win, I don't care. Yes. Oh, Bruce, I'm the greatest human being to ever play games. You are just a titchy-witchy. You are nothing. Nothing was last. Kitty was Kitty. For the first time in her life, she wanted to beat him. Let's play a game that I choose, she said. You can't win.
I hate those stupid boomerang blades.
Snakes and ladders. Now, Bruce didn't like dice games.
Who the hell even invented those stupid boomerang moon blades?
Mind you, he was only playing his squidgy little sister. Couldn't even throw a tennis ball beyond the end of her shoes. Okay, he said. You can start. Kitty threw a 6, then a 5, and picked up the first level. He threw a 3 and better start. She threw another 6, missed 2 snakes, climbed The second ladder through a tube was already halfway home. While he, through a one, slid down. When you pass it, now get it yourself. The bad-tempered loser was back. That's not fair. I'm changing the rules. But it's my game. So, from now on, we go down ladders and up stakes. You'll go. I'm nearly done. And then, in Chris, hit the top of the ladder. There you go. Now ladders up snakes. But those aren't the rules. Don't you know nothing? You can only go down snakes, idiot. But you said nothing. Rules are rules. You're the one who's breaking them. I can go up and down ladders and snakes any way I want. But with that, you're of the paper. And spent the net command.
That's it. I'm not staying here forever.
It was an accident, Spindle Shanks. Those ought to know that pigeons are eating spiders. Anyway, I've taught him a lesson. Trust me. That pigeon will never bother you again.
That wasn't the right way, was it? Ooh, the people pot. The people potter.
I shall be telling this
A cautionary tale for those who are clumsy.
to be followed by this story, but he's gone to China. And I want the city school stage
The people pot.
Doctor, the path leads into some caves. Hopefully more relics in there.
Roger that. Remember, Knack, the mission is to get big.
Greta Corky was a clumsy The children went into the bathroom and screamed. The other children cried, "Yes, it's gold!" What is going on in here? Completing the simplest of tasks was impossible for Greta without holes and destruction of her immediate surroundings. It wasn't my fault. It never was. It was an accident. Wrong again. She needed to leave things alone. But clumsy people never do. The parents owned the rare Ming vase, worth £500,000. They lived in terror of Greta breaking this vase. But she was banned from ever touching it. That meant nothing. When she was 8, she thought she heard a genie snoring and climbed inside